What if you could awaken each day with a mind as still as a mountain lake, unshaken by the storms of life? Imagine a world where every step you take is guided by a quiet, radiant purpose, where the chaos of the modern age fades into a gentle whisper. On this day, March 17, 2025, a celestial alignment stirs the cosmos, sending waves of transformative energy across the earth. This is no ordinary moment. It's a call to look within, to peel back the layers of distraction and reconnect with your deepest self. As you listen, pause for a moment. Feel your breath. Are you carrying burdens that no longer serve you? This journey, shared with you by Daily Buddhist, could be the key to unlocking a life of profound peace and unshakable resilience. The universe is whispering to us now, its mysterious energy inviting us to shed the noise of stress and clutter. Picture yourself standing beneath a vast, starlit sky in the highlands of Tibet, moving through your days with clarity and intention. This celestial shift touches every corner of your consciousness, urging you to stay with me. Together, we'll explore 10 powerful habits, inspired by timeless Buddhist teachings, that can transform your life from within. Take a deep breath now, dear friend, and reflect. What would it feel like to let go of the struggles that weigh you down? This is your invitation to begin. Imagine a life where every action you take is intentional, where your mind is razor sharp, and where you stand unshaken by the chaos that surrounds you. Picture yourself moving through life with a deep sense of purpose and clarity, free from the constant noise of stress, clutter, and distraction. Today, I'm revealing 10 powerful habits inspired by ancient Buddhist teachings, habits that have the potential to transform your life from within, bringing you inner peace, mental clarity, and unbreakable resilience. If you're ready to let go of the struggles that drain you and start living each day with calm and intention, then this journey could be the breakthrough you've been searching for to finally unlock a life of true peace and balance. In the serene valleys of Bhutan, where prayer flags flutter like whispers of the divine, silence is revered as a sacred practice, a gateway to inner stillness amidst the cosmic currents of this celestial shift. This silence isn't merely the absence of sound. It's a profound opportunity for your mind to reconnect with its truest essence, a space where the soul can hear the universe's gentle hum. As the stars align, their energies amplify our need for grounding, making this practice more vital than ever. Begin each morning with 5 to 10 minutes of stillness. Imagine sitting by a window overlooking the misty mountains, the cool air brushing your skin as you breathe deeply, focusing on the present moment. Let go of lingering thoughts as if releasing petals into a flowing river, watching them drift away without attachment. This mindfulness of the breath, a cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom, centers you, preparing you to face the day's demands with grace and intention. Picture a young monk in Bhutan, his saffron robes glowing in the dawn light, sitting cross-legged on a stone ledge. His eyes are closed, his breath slow, and despite the hum of a bustling monastery below, he finds peace, a stillness so deep it mirrors the vast sky above. This silence is your mental reset button, transforming you from a stressed participant into a peaceful observer, ready to navigate the cosmic waves with clarity. Consider the chaos of modern life: alarms blaring, notifications pinging, and the rush of a morning commute. In this whirlwind, our minds become fragmented, unable to hear the subtle guidance of the universe. Silence offers a sanctuary, a space to recalibrate. For those new to this practice, start small. Find a quiet corner, perhaps in a park near your home, where the rustling leaves become your meditation. Close your eyes and notice your breath. The cool inhale, the warm exhale. If thoughts arise, worries about the day or memories of yesterday, acknowledge them without judgment, as a monk might watch clouds drift across a Himalayan sky. This act of detachment, rooted in Buddhist teachings, frees you from the cycle of mental noise, allowing you to enter your day with a mind as clear as a mountain stream. This practice also fosters resilience. Imagine a single mother in a bustling city, her mornings once filled with stress, rushing to get her children ready, juggling work deadlines. She began waking 10 minutes earlier, sitting in silence on her balcony, listening to the distant hum of traffic as if it were a chanting mantra. Over weeks, she noticed a shift. Her patience grew, her reactions softened, and she faced challenges with a newfound calm. Silence became her shield against the storm, a reminder that true peace comes not from silencing the world, but from quieting the mind within. As the celestial energies stir, this habit becomes a lifeline, grounding you in the present, where the universe's wisdom can whisper its truths. In Buddhist teachings, the body is a temporary sanctuary, a sacred vessel to carry you through this cosmic awakening. To neglect it is to dim your ability to embrace mindfulness, compassion, and the heightened awareness this celestial shift demands. In the lush forests of Nepal, monks walk mindfully along winding paths, their steps a rhythmic dance with the earth, their bodies strong to support their spiritual journey. You too can nurture this temple with simple acts: gentle yoga under a dawn sky, a brisk walk along a quiet trail, or mindful stretching as the sun rises over a distant hill. As you move, feel the energy of the universe flowing through you, strengthening your spirit, aligning your physical form with the cosmic vibrations. A healthy body cultivates a clear mind, ready to receive the insights this celestial alignment brings. Physical health is more than exercise. It's a holistic reverence for the body as a partner in your spiritual growth. In the villages of Tibet, elders prepare meals with intention, choosing foods that nourish both body and soul: warm barley soups, fresh greens from the mountains, and herbal teas brewed with care. Imagine preparing your own breakfast with this mindfulness, slicing fruit with gratitude for its nourishment, sipping water as if it were a sacred elixir. Sleep too is a sacred act. Retire early, allowing your body to rest under the starlit sky, dreaming of the mountains where monks find peace. This interconnectedness of body and mind is a Buddhist principle. When the body is cared for, the mind becomes a fertile ground for insight, a canvas for the universe to paint its wisdom. Consider a young man in Kathmandu, once overwhelmed by the pressures of city life. His body slumped, his energy drained. Inspired by a visit to a Nepalese monastery, he began a daily ritual: a morning walk along the Bagmati River, feeling the earth beneath his feet, breathing in sync with his steps. He paired this with mindful eating, savoring each bite of his meal as if it were a gift from the earth. Over months, his body grew stronger, his mind clearer, and he felt the cosmic energy not as a burden but as a gentle guide. This habit reminds us that caring for the body is an act of compassion, a foundation for spiritual awakening, especially as the celestial tides rise. Simplicity is a gift in the high plateaus of Tibet, where the wind carries the wisdom of the ancients. By choosing just 3 priorities each day, you cut through the fog of endless tasks, aligning your energy with what truly matters amidst this cosmic shift. Perhaps it's completing a heartfelt letter to a friend, savoring a mindful meal by candlelight, or meditating by a riverside, the water's flow mirroring your breath. These intentions, rooted in Buddhist focus, guide you closer to a life of purpose, ensuring the celestial energies enhance rather than overwhelm. A modern traveler in Nepal once shared her story. Overwhelmed by a packed schedule, she adopted this habit, choosing to focus on a meaningful conversation, a quiet walk, and a moment of gratitude each day. Within weeks, her scattered energy transformed into mindful presence. She felt lighter, more aligned with her values, as if the universe itself were guiding her steps. This practice is a rebellion against the modern cult of busyness. In our world, we often equate productivity with worth, filling our days with tasks that leave us drained. But in Buddhist teachings, true effectiveness comes from intention, not volume. Imagine sitting with a cup of tea in the early morning, the steam rising like a prayer, as you write down your 3 priorities. Feel the weight of unnecessary tasks lift, as if you're shedding old leaves in an autumn breeze. This act of simplification is a form of non-attachment, releasing the need to do everything, trusting that what matters most will carry you forward. As the celestial alignment amplifies our awareness, this habit ensures we channel our energy wisely, living each day with mindful purpose. In the ancient monasteries of Bhutan, where candlelight flickers on golden statues, wisdom flows like a gentle stream, encouraging a beginner's mind, a mindset of openness and curiosity. This cosmic shift invites you to learn, to expand your understanding as the universe expands its energy. Study ancient Buddhist texts by candlelight, their words a bridge to timeless truths. Listen to the stories of elders in a Nepalese village, their voices carrying lessons of resilience, or absorb insights from a rainy afternoon walk, the patter of rain a reminder of life's impermanence. Each piece of knowledge deepens your compassion and understanding, keeping you humble and open to change, the only constant in life, as the Buddha taught. A young scholar in Tibet once found enlightenment in a single page of the Dhammapada. Its words on compassion shifted his entire perspective, and he began to see every interaction as a lesson. Let curiosity light your path, guiding you through this celestial awakening. Learning, in the Buddhist sense, is not about accumulation but about transformation. It's the art of seeing the world anew, as if for the first time. Imagine walking through a forest in Nepal, noticing the way sunlight filters through the leaves, the texture of moss under your fingers, the song of a distant bird. This curiosity, this willingness to learn from the smallest details, mirrors the beginner's mind, a concept cherished in Zen Buddhism. In our modern lives, we often rush past these moments, our minds cluttered with preconceptions. But the cosmic energy now stirring urges us to slow down, to approach each experience with wonder. Perhaps you pick up a book on mindfulness, reading a passage that resonates deeply, or listen to a podcast on compassion, letting its insights ripple through your day. Each lesson, no matter how small, becomes a stepping stone toward wisdom, a way to navigate the shifting energies with grace. Consider a young woman in Bhutan, a schoolteacher who felt stagnant in her routine. Inspired by a visiting monk, she began to learn anew, reading Buddhist sutras, attending talks on mindfulness, and even learning to weave from a village elder. Each experience opened her heart, teaching her patience, empathy, and the beauty of impermanence. She began to see her students not as challenges but as opportunities to practice compassion, her classroom a sacred space for growth. This habit of lifelong learning is a gift, especially now, as the celestial alignment heightens our awareness. It reminds us that wisdom is not a destination but a journey, one that unfolds with every curious step we take. Gratitude is a beacon in the stormy seas of desire, a teaching echoed across Bhutan's ancient temples, where monks chant prayers of thanks under a crimson sky. Each evening, as the stars of this cosmic shift begin to shine, take a moment to reflect on your day, perhaps the warmth of a friend's smile during a shared meal, the challenge of a missed deadline that strengthened your resilience, or the simple act of breathing, a miracle we often overlook. A merchant in Nepal turned his losses into lessons through gratitude. After a failed business venture, he sat under a banyan tree, reflecting on the skills he'd gained, the friendships he'd forged, and the strength he'd discovered within. This practice, rooted in the Buddha's wisdom that desire is the root of suffering, dissolves attachment, shifting your focus from lack to abundance, creating a cycle of peace that draws more blessings into your life. Gratitude is a transformative force, a way to anchor yourself amidst the swirling energies of this celestial moment. In Buddhist teachings, it's not just about appreciating the good, but embracing all experiences, joy, pain, success, and struggle, as part of your spiritual journey. Imagine sitting by a flickering fire in a Tibetan village, the night sky above a canvas of stars. You reflect on a difficult day. Perhaps a disagreement with a loved one left you feeling hurt. But as you breathe deeply, you find gratitude for the lesson in patience, for the reminder to listen more deeply. This shift in perspective turns suffering into growth, a key Buddhist principle. Over time, gratitude becomes a habit, a lens through which you see the world, not as a place of scarcity but as a garden of abundance, where every moment offers something to cherish. A grandmother in Kathmandu shared her story of gratitude. After losing her husband, she felt engulfed by grief. But each evening she began to write down 3 things she was thankful for: a neighbor's kindness, the smell of rain, the memory of her husband's laughter. Slowly, her heart softened, and she found joy in the smallest things, as if the universe were wrapping her in light. This habit is a lifeline during this cosmic shift, helping you stay grounded, present, and open to the beauty that surrounds you, even in the midst of change. Compassion begins with you, a principle cherished in Tibet's quiet retreats, where the wind carries chants of loving kindness across the mountains. Self-care, journaling by a Himalayan stream, meditating under a cedar tree, or painting your thoughts on a canvas, is an act of kindness to your soul, a way to replenish your energy as the cosmic tides rise. A weary traveler in Nepal found renewal in a daily walk along a mountain path. Each step, each breath became a prayer, restoring her spirit so she could offer more to others. A drained mind cannot serve, so nurturing yourself is essential to living mindfully and compassionately amidst this celestial awakening. Self-care is not indulgence but a sacred responsibility, a way to honor the vessel that carries you through this life. In Buddhist practice, compassion for oneself mirrors the compassion we offer others. It's a ripple that begins within and spreads outward. Imagine a quiet evening in Bhutan, the air cool and fragrant with pine. You sit with a journal, writing down your thoughts, letting the words flow like a river, releasing the day's tensions. Or perhaps you take a warm bath, the water soothing your body as you breathe deeply, letting go of stress. These small acts of care, whether through mindfulness, creative expression, or simply resting, are like tending a garden. They ensure your spirit remains vibrant, ready to bloom. Consider a young man in Tibet, a farmer who worked tirelessly to support his family. He felt depleted, his patience fraying, until a monk taught him the art of self-care. Each evening he began to sit by a stream, listening to its gentle song, or carve small wooden figures, his hands finding peace in the rhythm. Over time his energy returned and he noticed a shift. He laughed more, listened more, and loved more deeply. This habit reminds us that self-care is a foundation for generosity. Only when we are whole can we give fully to others, a truth that resonates deeply as the celestial energies call us to balance and renewal. In today's world, digital devices bind us like chains, pulling us away from the present moment. Yet Bhutan's monks teach that true fulfillment lies beyond these distractions. As the celestial alignment heightens our awareness, limiting screen time becomes a way to reclaim your mind from overstimulation and reconnect with what matters. Set boundaries: no screens during a meal in a Nepalese cafe, where the aroma of spices fills the air, or before sleep under a starry Himalayan sky. A busy executive in Tibet swapped scrolling for meditation, sitting on his rooftop each evening, the city lights below a distant hum. Within weeks, he rediscovered presence. Conversations with his children became richer, his sleep deeper, and his mind clearer. Invest this time in reading a book by lamplight, reflecting on your day, or sharing tea with a friend, letting your mind return to its natural calm, a state where the universe's whispers can be heard. Screens are a modern paradox. They connect us yet disconnect us from ourselves. In Buddhist teachings, attachment to distractions keeps us trapped in suffering, unable to see the impermanence of all things. Imagine a morning without your phone. Instead of checking emails, you sit on a porch in Kathmandu, watching the sunrise paint the sky in hues of gold and pink. You feel the warmth of your tea, the softness of your breath, the stillness of the moment. This presence is a gift, a way to align with the cosmic energy now stirring. Overuse of screens floods our minds with noise, endless notifications, comparison, and information overload. By setting limits, you create space for reflection, for the kind of deep listening that Buddhist practice encourages. Perhaps you designate an hour each evening as screen-free, using the time to walk barefoot on grass, feeling the earth's pulse, or to sit in silence, letting your thoughts settle like dust after a storm. A student in Nepal shared her transformation. Addicted to social media, she felt anxious, her mind racing with comparison. Inspired by a Buddhist retreat, she began turning off her phone for 2 hours each day, using the time to paint, meditate, or simply sit by a window, watching the world unfold. She noticed the beauty she'd missed, the laughter of children playing, the rhythm of her own breath. Her anxiety faded, replaced by a quiet joy, as if the universe were speaking to her directly. This habit is a powerful act of reclamation, especially now, as the celestial shift calls us to return to our natural state of peace and presence. Non-attachment is a melody in Tibet's windswept monasteries, where the air hums with the wisdom of letting go. Declutter your space. A desk in Kathmandu cluttered with papers, a wardrobe in Bhutan overflowing with unworn clothes, asking if each item sparks joy or serves a purpose in your life. A young woman in Nepal released old letters she clung to for years, her tears falling as she let go, only to find peace in the emptiness that remained. Extend this practice to digital files. Delete old photos that no longer resonate, unsubscribe from notifications that overwhelm, and to mental worries, using meditation to empty your mind of regrets and fears. This creates room for clarity, mirroring the universe's call to release attachments and embrace the freedom of simplicity. Decluttering is a physical manifestation of a deeper spiritual truth, that true happiness lies not in what we possess but in what we release. In Buddhist teachings, attachment to material things, or even to thoughts, creates suffering, binding us to impermanence. Imagine walking into your home after a long day, The space cluttered with objects that no longer serve you. A broken lamp, a stack of old magazines, a drawer of forgotten trinkets. Each item carries a subtle weight, a reminder of the past, a distraction from the present. Now, picture clearing that space, donating the lamp, recycling the magazines, letting go of the trinkets with gratitude for their time in your life. As you create space, you feel lighter, as if the room itself is breathing. This act of decluttering mirrors the mind's need for emptiness, a concept central to Buddhist meditation. Consider a family in Tibet, their small home overflowing with possessions. Inspired by a monk's teaching on non-attachment, they began to declutter, starting with a single shelf. They asked of each item, "Does this bring joy? Does it serve a purpose?" Over weeks, their home transformed, open, airy, a reflection of their inner peace. The children played more freely, the parents argued less, and the space became a sanctuary for mindfulness. This habit extends beyond the physical. In meditation, you can declutter your mind, sitting by a stream in Bhutan, imagining each worry as a leaf floating away. As the cosmic energies stir, decluttering becomes a way to create space for new insights, new possibilities, a life of intention and peace. Mindfulness is the heartbeat of Buddhist practice, a lifeline as cosmic energies swirl around us. In Kathmandu's bustling markets, a monk savors each bite of rice, fully present, his senses alive to the texture, the warmth, the gratitude for the nourishment. You too can taste your tea, noticing its earthy notes, feel each step on a forest path in Nepal, the ground solid beneath you, or breathe through a tense moment, observing your emotions without judgment. This awareness breaks the autopilot of daily life, deepening your connection to the present, where peace resides. A teacher in Bhutan found calm amid chaos by observing thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Detachment freed her from suffering, fostering compassion and gratitude that rippled into her relationships. Mindfulness is a radical act of presence, a way to anchor yourself in the now, especially as the celestial alignment heightens our sensitivity. In Buddhist teachings, the present moment is the only reality. The past is a memory, the future a dream. Yet we often live elsewhere, our minds racing to tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets. Imagine walking to work, your mind replaying a stressful conversation. Now pause. Feel the air on your skin, the rhythm of your steps, the rise and fall of your chest. This simple act of noticing brings you back, a practice as old as the mountains of Tibet. Mindfulness can transform even the mundane. Washing dishes becomes a meditation as you feel the warm water, the smoothness of the plates. Eating an apple becomes a ritual as you savor its crisp sweetness. Each moment, fully lived, becomes a thread in the tapestry of a mindful life. A young artist in Kathmandu discovered this truth during a period of burnout. Her days were a blur of deadlines, her creativity stifled. At a Buddhist retreat, she learned to weave mindfulness into her routine, painting with full attention to each brushstroke, walking with awareness of each step, even breathing consciously during moments of stress. Over time, her art flourished, her stress dissolved, and she found joy in the smallest things, the sound of rain, the laughter of a friend. Mindfulness also deepened her compassion. By observing her own struggles without judgment, she became more patient with others, her relationships blossoming. This habit is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, a way to live fully in each moment, aligning with the cosmic energy to find peace, resilience, and wonder. Reflection lights the path to wisdom, a ritual in Nepal's mountain temples, where the air is thick with the scent of incense and the sound of prayer wheels turning. Each week, pause by a riverside, the water's gentle flow a reminder of life's impermanence, and review your actions. Did you act with kindness in a heated moment? Were your words mindful during a difficult conversation? Did you practice gratitude even amidst challenges? A farmer in Bhutan grew wiser by embracing life's ebb and flow. Reflecting on a week of failed crops, he found gratitude for the lessons in resilience, using them to plant anew. Plan with intentions, nurturing relationships, learning a new skill, or carving out time for self-care. Flexibly, as the cosmos shifts around us. This balance, the middle way, fosters patience and gratitude, guiding you toward a fulfilling life aligned with the celestial rhythm. Reflection is a mirror for the soul, a practice that deepens self-awareness and aligns us with our values. In Buddhist teachings, it's a way to see the impermanence of all things. Each week brings new joys, new sorrows, new lessons, all of which pass like the seasons. Imagine sitting on a hillside in Tibet, the sun setting in a blaze of orange and purple. As you look back on your week, perhaps you recall a moment of frustration, a missed deadline, a harsh word spoken in haste. Instead of judgment, meet it with compassion. What did this teach you? How can you grow? This non-judgmental awareness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, transforms mistakes into opportunities, helping you evolve with each cycle of reflection. Over time, you'll notice patterns, perhaps a tendency to rush, a habit of overthinking, and with this clarity, you can choose to act differently, aligning more closely with your deepest intentions. Planning in this context is not about rigid goals but about setting intentions that flow with life's changes. In the monasteries of Bhutan, monks set daily intentions with an open heart, to be present, to be kind, to be mindful. You can do the same. Perhaps you intend to call a loved one, to spend an hour learning about mindfulness, or to take a quiet walk each evening. Write these intentions on a piece of paper, imagining them as seeds you're planting in the fertile soil of your week. But hold them lightly, as the Buddha taught. Suffering comes from clinging to expectations, so remain flexible, ready to adapt as the cosmic energies shift. This approach mirrors the middle way, a path of moderation that avoids extremes, ensuring you live with balance and grace. A young woman in Nepal shared her journey with this habit. As a nurse, her weeks were chaotic, leaving her drained and disconnected. She began setting aside Sunday evenings to reflect and plan, sitting by a candle in her small apartment. She'd ask herself, "Did I listen with compassion this week? Did I take time for myself?" One week, she realized she neglected her own well-being, so she planned to add a daily meditation, a call to her sister, and a quiet evening of reading. Over time, her life transformed. She felt more grounded, more purposeful, her heart open to gratitude for both the challenges and joys. This habit is a powerful tool during this celestial shift, helping you navigate change with wisdom, patience, and an unwavering commitment to living mindfully. If you've ever used mindfulness to find calm in chaos, share your experience in the comments. If you're just starting your mindfulness journey, let us know. You're in the right place. As we stand at the edge of this celestial awakening on March 17th, 2025, let us pause and reflect on the journey we've shared. The habits we've explored, silence, health, gratitude, and more, are not mere tasks but threads weaving a tapestry of peace within you. Imagine a monk in the highlands of Tibet, his eyes reflecting the starlit sky, finding strength in a single breath. Or picture a traveler in Nepal, her cluttered life transformed by letting go, her heart open to new possibilities. These stories mirror your own potential. The cosmic energy swirling around us is not a storm to fear but a gentle guide, urging you to align with your truest self. The wisdom you seek has always been within you, waiting to be uncovered. Start small. Begin with 5 minutes of silence each morning, feeling the earth's pulse beneath you. Stabilize your energy by nurturing your body with mindful movement and nourishing food, creating a foundation for this shift. Protect yourself from negativity by decluttering your space and mind, releasing attachments that no longer serve. Reflect weekly, asking, "Did I live with compassion today?" This practice will shield you from overwhelm, turning the celestial waves into a source of clarity. Don't let this moment of clarity slip away. Subscribe now to begin your journey into mindful awareness with Daily Buddhist. Share how these habits resonate with you in the comments. Your story could light the way for another soul. Now let's deepen this reflection. Consider a young artist in Bhutan who, amidst a hectic festival, found peace by savoring the colors of a sunset. Her gratitude turned struggle into beauty, a lesson for us all. Or think of a teacher in Kathmandu, his patience growing as he planned his week with intention, embracing the middle way. These modern tales weave Buddhist wisdom into our lives, showing that peace is not a distant goal but a present choice. The celestial shift challenges us to release rigid expectations, to flow with life's changes, and to find joy in the ordinary. A bird's song, a friend's laughter, the warmth of your own breath. Your journey toward peace begins now, dear friend. Add one habit, perhaps gratitude, tonight, reflecting on a challenge that shaped you. Over time, weave in others, letting them bloom like lotus flowers in a quiet pond. Be patient with yourself. Growth is a gentle unfolding. As you plan your week, set intentions with an open heart, making space for self-care, learning, and connection. This balance, rooted in Buddhist teachings, will carry you through the cosmic tide, fostering resilience and love. Have you experienced moments of unexpected calm or insight? Share your story in the comments. Your journey could inspire someone else. Perhaps you found stillness in a crowded market or strength in a moment of loss. Let's build a community of mindfulness together. The path ahead is yours to shape, guided by the wisdom of daily Buddhist and the energy of this cosmic moment. Peace is not found by seeking, but by pausing, breathing, and embracing the present. Click subscribe now. Your path to inner peace starts here with Daily Buddhist.